Hey guys, welcome to PNW Enduro. Yesterday I was out on the Beta 300RR. Today I'm taking the 200RR out for a rip at a different location. So I've got both of these demo bikes on loan from Beta Canada. So I'd like to say thanks to Beta Canada for letting me ride these bikes over the next little while. And gonna go hit the trails. The bike feels really light and flickable in this flowy stuff. Really agile, easy to move around. The stock Michelin Enduro tire leaves a lot to be desired for traction. I think I'm gonna have to throw a gummy tire on after this ride. Certainly a lot more shifting needed compared to the 300 I was on yesterday. But it's really fun to feel like you're pushing the bike harder. So I'll have to clear this. See, someone's trail braided around it already, so take a few minutes with the saw, clear this off. Man, this bike is just so much fun in the flowy stuff. I'm really impressed with how much grunt it has for a small bore two-stroke. I feel like this is a good bike for just about anyone. I mean, it's kind of mellow, not as powerful as the 250 or 300, so maybe really good for beginner intermediate riders. But I think more experienced riders really have fun pushing this thing. Suspension's capable. Motor's good. Just a joy to ride this thing.
I also think with a slightly smaller frame and lower seat height that this would be an ideal bike for both women riders and younger riders transitioning to their first full-size bike.
Nice little short trail. Added in a couple years ago here. Just cuts out having to ride to the road for a little bit. So a lot has been made about the 200's turning radius, or should I say lack of turning radius. So I'm going to put that to the test on this trail here. It's got some of the tightest switchbacks on the mountain. And I usually can navigate them, but it's a bit of a struggle because they're really tight downhill right-handers. So I'll see how I do on the 200. You can see I've taken the steering stops completely out to get the maximum turning radius. So we'll see how this goes. Yeah, really tight corner. Was able to do it not too much problem. Better get this out of the way. Damn. So, big tree down here. I got to turn around on this side hill. And I think it's safe to say that the 200 is a well-balanced bike. Hoping to try the rest of the switchbacks on that trail, but it's blocked by a big tree.
I've been able to get a little bit more time on the 200 since this ride, and I will have to agree that the turning radius on this bike is a bit of a weak spot. It's only really an issue in full lock turn situations such as downhill switchbacks, but still it's something that could be addressed in future models.
So the 200 doesn't have the counterbalance motor like the 250 and 300 do this year. And it does vibrate. I noticed it a fair bit when I started riding the bike today. About a couple hours into the ride now. It's still there, but it's not significant. When you get on the pipe, it's when you can really feel it. And just lugging through trails, it's not a really big factor. Being that it's a smaller bore motor, counterbalance I don't think is as important. So Beta's changed the plastics a little bit. They've taken away the grab handle that used to be in here, a lot of people liked, but there's still quite a lot of room to grab your fender back in there. And the tail light piece has actually got some ribs in there for your fingers, so it's a pretty good access point when you need to lift the bike. And one thing I really like is they've got these little ridges here on the side plastic, and that's really good for holding your boots in place. So your boots are held on right here with that little piece of plastic, and it's almost a little bit like having stag pegs. A little more support there when you're gripping the bike. It's a nice feature. So today I've been riding mostly some more flowy. As I'm heading out, I got to do at least one technical trail. So it's one of my favorite trails on the mountain. It's a short, pretty technical trail. It's pretty fun. Hit this one on my way back to the truck. Those roots are really slippery right now.
This bike reminds me a little bit of my old 200 XCW in that first gear is really short and a little bit hard to use. I find this bike is really fun to ride in the fast and flowy stuff, but I did struggle a little bit in the more technical trails, especially when riding it back to back with the 300RR. Not to say it's not a totally capable bike, but it's just a different experience.
Certainly missing the gummy tire right now. That's about it for today's ride. Gonna get some more time on this 200 and the 300RR that I have hopefully soon. So I'll see you next time. Setting up cameras in the trees. You get third-person shots.